It's another edition of Time About the Movies, and today we're taking a look at the films of June 4th, 1999. We only have one movie to look at today, and it's one that is not as well known as some of the other movies that we'll get to in the 99 summer movie season, but it was the big new release of the weekend, so let's talk about Anthony Hopkins and Cuba Gooding Jr. in Instinct.
Noted anthropologist Ethan Powell was reported missing in October 1994. Lost for nearly 2 years. They said he walked among them, part of the animal group. He killed 2 wanted park rangers with a wooden club.
He lives with the animals. Takes on their behavior. Becomes one. How does that happen?
These sessions can be your opportunity. Your father may be very ill.
Really? I thought maybe he was just in a bad mood.
Powell is the dangerous psychotic.
What are you up to? Therapy?
Are you a murderer?
Oh, yeah.
Why does this all end in murder?
There were many murders.
He was teaching me.
Looks like a pretty tough class.
Congratulations.
She still wants her father. What do you say to her?
Goodbye. Never had control. You only thought you had it. You're no mystery to me, boy. Nice to meet you.
I don't believe I can come back to this world the way I am.
What's it all worth? What's it all worth, Ethan, if you don't come back? Are you afraid to go back there?
You're afraid to fall?
Try me.
So the story is that you have a guy who has been nearly gone off the map for 2 years in Africa. This doctor, Ethan Powell, played by Anthony Hopkins, who's caught committing a crime and is subsequently imprisoned in the Florida mental institution, where you have this aspiring psychiatrist, played by Cuba Gooding Jr., taking on his most important case. Dr. Powell, who's been living with a group of gorillas during all that time, is not taken at all and seems to be living in a dream world, and very slowly the doctor manages to reach Ethan and starts finding out why he killed 2 of the poachers that he killed. And yet Theo's case is not just about why the murders have happened, but also about how Dr. Powell became the being he is in the first place. With Ethan's silence broken, he's introduced into a world beyond common human comprehension, the true nature of being. He learns that mankind's control of everything is a mere illusion, and the true value of existence can be found so easily. And basically, you have a mix here of both Hannibal Lecter from The Silence of the Lambs mixed in with a little bit of Gorillas in the Mist, maybe a little bit of Congo here and there, but it's an idea that isn't really all that inventive or exciting. This is actually based off of a novel, loosely inspired by a novel called Ishmael by Daniel Quinn, and it actually had that working title until they eventually changed it to Instinct, which I don't know, maybe to sell it better, but at the same time, though, it doesn't really help that the movie is not really all that exciting. Like I said, it's pretty much just The Silence of the Lambs mixed with Gorillas in the Mist. Anthony Hopkins and Cuba Gooding Jr. are giving it their all, but at the same time, though, there's not really a whole lot there to really make this unique or stand out in any way, shape, or form. It's got a solid cast, though. Donald Sutherland, George DeZandra, Maura Tierney, Rex Linn, Vern Troyer in the movie that he started before he eventually broke out the next week with Austin Powers, but John Astin's also in here as well, so it has a notable cast to it, but at the same time, there really isn't a whole lot there that makes this worth it in the end. I mean, it's a film that, you know, it has great actors all around here, but if you don't have a good enough script to really make it work, it feels really kind of pointless once it's all said and done. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. It's a film I never really got into when I saw it when I was little. I watched it again recently, and I still didn't understand what the hell was going on with it. I don't know what the hell they were trying to do with it. I think they were just trying to get behind the fact that they got 2 Oscar winners in the title roles, not the title roles, the leading roles, Anthony Hopkins and Cuba Gooding Jr., and just let them work their magic. And they can't really work their magic if you don't have a good enough script to work with here. But, I mean, they're fine in the movie, but there's nothing about this movie that really is that unique or exciting. The twist in here is not really all that engaging either. I mean, there's really not a whole lot in the psychological thriller that works very well here. And this is directed by John Turteltaub. John Turteltaub, we've talked about a lot of his movies. The film he did previously was Phenomenon. Then he did While You Were Sleeping, Cool Runnings, Three Ninjas. So he's got a wider range of different genres here. And I guess this was kind of his attempt to see what he could do with a psychological thriller, since he had never done this up to this point. But the end result was not as spectacular as they think they wanted it to. This film kind of came and went. It was a box office bomb, $60 million budget, only made $34 million of it back, so it doesn't really have that much of a lasting legacy to it, and quite honestly, once you watch it, you can probably see why. It's not really that much of an engaging film. It's kind of boring at times, and yeah, the performances are fine enough, but there's nothing really there to make me want to keep watching it after more than once after I've watched it, but it's just not worth it in the end. It's one of those movies that just kind of came and went, and for good probable reasons. So that is Instinct. And so on that note, we wrap up another edition of Time About the Movies. We only have one other movie to look at next time, and that is the previously mentioned Austin Powers' The Spy Who Shagged Me, which, unlike Instinct, turned out to be one of the biggest hits of not just one of the biggest comedies of all time, one of the biggest hits of the summer of '99. And we'll delve into that one on the next episode. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the playlist on the next page, check out the previous episode. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this on this channel. So with that said, I am off. I will see you guys next time, and until then, as always, take care.